What's going on YouTube? Demon Ralph here. So there was an update on PlayStation for HDR support for The Last of Us, and I also believe for Infamous Second Son, and 4K support for the PS4 Pro, and all this cool stuff that finally came out, stuff that we've been waiting for, and I wanted to give it a test. And I haven't seen anything HDR yet. This is my first HDR experience, so I was glad I got to experience it from a game I love in the comfort of my own home, not at some store, and I could kind of compare it to what it used to look like. So I didn't do an exact comparison. I didn't play it before the update or anything like that. I pretty much played it after the update, and I haven't played the game in a while. So, my eyes were not as, I guess, remembering what it was like before compared to now. At least I thought I was going to feel that way. I thought maybe because I haven't played the game in a while, I wasn't going to notice it, or I was not going to be able to be a good judge because, like I said, I haven't played the game in a long time, and now here we are with an HDR update. How am I going to know if I notice it? If it's a slight upgrade, how am I going to be able to tell, or I'll have an honest opinion about it when I can't really compare? However, that all changed once the game started. So The Last of Us Remastered, I popped it in, I have HDR turned on the PS4 or automatic or whatever it is, because they have the HDR settings that's either off or automatic. Now, I have a fairly old TV. It's 2015. It's an early 2015 Samsung 4K TV. The TV now, you can get it for about $1,500. When I paid for it, it was about $2,200. Price doesn't matter, but I want to let you guys know I paid a pretty penny for this TV. It's a 55-inch. I didn't know it had HDR until I went back and looked at the specs of the TV, and it turns out it did. And I was like, oh, shit, cool. So I actually did have an HDR TV for a few years now. So I went and I made sure everything was, right. Everything was connected. Everything was on. And I sat there. I turned on The Last of Us and I gave it, boom, let's see what it's all about. Right away, there was such a difference that I didn't need to know what the game looked like beforehand, because I noticed right away how bright and how vibrant HDR really is. Now, there's a lot of people out there in this community not taking any shots at anybody or not digging at anybody. It's nothing like that. They're saying they don't notice it. If they don't notice it, they don't notice it. It's on them. However, I did, and it's an amazing upgrade. It's not the greatest thing ever, but the colors really pop and they really shine. And honestly, I've had the TV for about 2 years now. I've never really watched anything 4K on it because 4K Blu-ray wasn't out yet. It's out now, but at the time, it was just a 4K TV. Playing The Last of Us, which is what, a 3-year-old game, 4-year-old game now at this point, with HDR on, has been, I think, really shown me what my TV can really do after all this time. And holy shit, man, it really stuck out. I didn't try Infamous Second Son yet, but The Last of Us just looked gorgeous, man. The greens were so green. The lighting effects, whenever light touched something, like it popped out more, like with the flashlight. You walk around with the flashlight. When you make your turn and the flashlight lands on anything, let's say just a couple of pipes in the corner, you notice the silver and the rust. Everything pops, And it's not like I said, it's not a huge impact, but it's enough where I noticed right away, especially after not playing the game for God knows how long, since the original Remastered first came out. I didn't try the multiplayer. I just tried the single player. So I haven't played the game since Remastered first came out. And now I'm playing it now and with HDR on. And wow, man, what a difference. It's unbelievable how clean and crisp it looks. That's mostly what it is. It's vibrant. It's colorful. It's clean. It's dynamic. I don't want to use all the buzzwords. You guys, I guess, kind of can get what I'm trying to say at this point. But I really don't understand how people are not noticing the difference. Like, if you have a side-by-side comparison, it's easy to notice. The way I did it was very not very professional. The way I did it was, I haven't seen the game in 2 years, and then here I am trying it now with HDR on. You know what I mean? It's not very professional or accurate, but I'm telling you, I noticed a difference. And I'm a graphics whore. I play on PC. I want the best resolution. I got a 4K monitor. I got a 1440p ultra wide monitor. I got, a 980 Ti. The only reason I don't have a 1080 is because It came out real soon after the 980 Ti. I'm going to wait for the 1080 Ti, not to continue to ramble on. But I spend money for my graphics. I lay down, I lay down bread for for my entertainment because I want the best looking. I want the best graphics. I want top of the line at all times. You know what I mean? I spend the money. One of my monitors was $1,400. The other one is $700. The graphics card when I got it was $650. That's pricey shit. The TV, like I said, was $2,200 when I bought it. I spend money for my entertainment. I spend money so I can get the best picture, the best image. I want the best of the best of the best. When I say HDR is something I wish I had at all times, I want you guys to believe me when I say it. I really do enjoy, what HDR is bringing. I've never seen it before. This is my first time. And holy shit, it pops, but it's so subtle. You know what I mean? It's so noticeable and it's so subtle at the same time. It just makes the image so crisp and clean and colorful. And I don't want to keep repeating myself, but it's hard because, that's just, I'm that blown away by it. It may not be the best thing for a lot of people. It may not be something for you if you're one of the people who are watching my video and you didn't notice it. You know what? That's all good. I noticed it and it's cool for me. And I was totally taken by it and sucked in. And I thought it was awesome. I thought it was awesome. I was watching Thanos get interviewed today. And he was talking about how he would take 1080p 60 with HDR any day over 4K. You know what? I think I wouldn't be too hard pressed if I said I would agree with that. Maybe not 1080p, maybe 1440p. I do want, good resolution. But 1440p 60 with HDR sounds like the best possible sweet spot you could find at this point. 4K is still very hard to achieve. I don't care what Sony or Xbox, Microsoft are telling you. 4K is still very hard to achieve, especially at a stable frame rate. You need to have the best of the graphics cards out there on the market to do that. You're not spending anything less than $600 to get that kind of experience. And that's just your graphics, not including your monitor. You need to have a monitor that can output that. And if you're playing on a 4K TV, to get 4K, you need HDMI 2.0. So if your shit is hooked up to a receiver, your receiver better be able to handle HDMI 2.0. If not, you're not getting 4K. So it's not just you buy a 4K TV and you have 4K. There's other steps to it, So I think 1440p, 60 frames a second, HDR is the best gaming experience you can possibly find out there today. Not saying it doesn't even exist because no monitor, at least that I know of, has HDR, at least at this point, especially, anything above a 1080p monitor. But if that does come to exist, maybe I'll pick one up. But HDR is definitely something I noticed. And I'm a graphics whore. So if you're wondering if you should consider HDR, I'm telling you, I think it's worth it. It just, especially if you're into TVs and stuff like that, and you like, the best picture possible, HDR delivers that, and I think it's awesome. I'm very happy that it's here, and I'm very happy I finally was able to experience it. It looks great. I fucking love it. This is Demon Ralph signing out.